Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Taste of Reality. My name is Queenie, for those who don't know me, and we're reviewing Love Island Season 7, Episode 43. Before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and let's get into the review. So right off the bat, it's the results of the recoupling, and we have Abby and Dale who got dumped from the island. Weirdly enough, they kind of still look like they suit each other for me. And I feel like, yo, when you're outside the village, just try it out. Just try it out. Speaking of dumped couples, though, some of you guys were telling me, like, have you seen After Sun? Yes, I saw it. And I don't know who Hugo thinks he is, but his self-righteous nature is going to bite him in the ass. I cannot even imagine how he was a teacher. He has to be that teacher that gives students a hard time for no reason. He just has to be. The way that he moves, like, on camera, and I understand that producers were saying, like, he's been hard to work with anyways. Maybe it's just an environment that he doesn't like. But the way that he was talking to Amy, I was like, oh, you're actually disrespectful. You're rude and disrespectful. He kept invalidating her feelings, invalidating her experience, not owning up to any actions that he may have done towards her, and just gaslighting her the whole time. And I was like, yeah, I cannot wait until you see how the public really feels about you. So we have two new people, Aaron and Priya. Yo, Aaron is so fine. Not more fun than Papa, but what was his name? Mehdi. But he close. He close up there. So he gets a date with Chloe and Mary, and Priya gets a date with Teddy and Matthew. Between the two dates, I was feeling a vibe between Aaron and Mary. There's obviously a vibe between Chloe and Aaron, just because Chloe is very flirtatious with anybody. You know, you cannot tell if she likes someone or not just because she's kind of full on. That's just her personality. And then same thing with Matt, but the opposite reasons. You can't tell who he likes because his personality is so dead. Like, he's just kind of there. So I was like, do you even like her? But then after the date, he's talking about, yeah, he's into it. She's dope. She's fit, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, really? Because that wasn't translating, but okay. Teddy says she's a great girl and everything, but ooh. Okay. Teddy says she's a great girl, but his mind is still on Faye.
It's just not gonna feel right, me getting to know new people yet, if I'm not over it. Because I can't give you 100%. Do you know what I mean?
No, absolutely.
I mean, call me a pessimist, but I just know in private, you couldn't treat me the way Faye treated me. Faye treated Teddy, sorry. But in public and on TV, ooh, Teddy, please, what's going on? Faye tried her best not to be bothered by the situation. She was like not trying to look at the dates at all and was very quiet. Where we normally get her one-liners and stuff, she was pretty quiet this time around, but it was evident that she was more bothered than she let on.
You are quite jealous, aren't you?
Of what? Of them two?
No, you're a jealous person, like in a relationship.
Yeah, I'm so jealous.
Well, it's things that we can overcome. What do you think?
At this point, I truly feel that they should part ways, honestly. And that's not to say you part ways to other people, but maybe just call it. Like, maybe your time here is done for now, just because I don't know how they don't see that Faye is moving from a place of trauma. She even says it without the word trauma. She was even like, oh, I'm not the type of girl that you bring home. Like, those are things that she has to deal with before getting involved with somebody. And also with Teddy, I'm just like, why would you talk about maturity, you talk about being grown and not being spoken to like a child, but here she is doing it to you time and time again, and you still want her back? I don't understand. She says later on in the episode that she feels like she may have handled the situation wrong. And mind you, may have. She may have handled the situation wrong. She still can't even own up to her part of the problem here. And then you have Millie like, yeah, I don't think you acted wrong. I just think maybe you overreacted. No, we don't act like that. And the thing is, like, to her excuse was that I tend to just react instead of pausing and thinking about the situation. As an adult, it is a trait that you must have to stop and think before you act. The fact that at this big age, Faye doesn't have the EQ to stop and think and would rather react and worry about the consequences later should tell Teddy that this is not the type of person you're trying to be with, especially if you pride yourself on being a grown and emotionally intelligent man. Chloe got the opportunity to get a little bit of revenge back on Toby, who was feeling slightly threatened, a little bit more than slightly, threatened by Aaron's presence.
She's got my feelings in the palm of her hand. She's got my heart in the palm of her hand. If she wants to crush it, she can crush it right now. And that's gonna, like, kill me.
I have to give Toby props. I do. He is growing and maturing, and the waste man that I called him out to be in the beginning, though true, has evolved. Is evolving. Yes, is evolving. And it's nice to see. Okay, I had to say it. It's nice to see. And he is growing on me. Personally, when it comes to Aaron, anyways, I like him and Mary together. She seems to light up a little bit more in his presence than maybe Dale. But also, we like to say that when somebody leaves because we don't really have the comparison, right? So regardless, I like them together. She's excited that he's feeling her. So yeah, there's definitely potential here. Kaz is reflecting on being in the bottom.
What am I supposed to do now? Just be like, oh, it's a Tyler problem? Absolutely not. That's not fair.
Nah, you weren't.
That's not fair at all. That's a we problem.
It's clear to us that she was set up, but even with her being in the bottom and seeing a trend with Tyler being in the bottom as well, she's still going to follow her connection with him, and I like that for her. A lot of you guys were clarifying when he said a game player, it was like taking part in the activities, not necessarily a game player in the game of Love Island. I understand. No, I understand. I do. Still gonna watch him though because I'm protective over Kaz. Okay, that's my sister. But yeah, I'm glad that she's not letting the game interfere with what her feelings are. And yeah, it looks good on them. What else? I think that was it for the episode. Next episode is basically Faye trying to muster up some kind of apology, literally like 4 days late. 3 or 4 days late, and I'm like, it takes you this long to be introspective? Like, because I studied psychology, I understand that there's so much more that goes into decisions than just what you see on the surface. So I understand that it's taking her a while to really take in, why did I act that way? However, I just can't reconcile you saying you want these things in life and then doing things that actively go against achieving those things. One main thing being a relationship. How do we know? Okay, it doesn't matter if we know. How would Teddy know that this occurrence won't happen again? I keep saying she was able to do this in public, on TV, for something that wasn't anything. So, yeah. There's also something going around that Clarice was lying when she talks about Tyler, like, not bringing up Kaz and all this stuff and their connection. And I just find it funny how, don't get me wrong, Clarice is stunning. She's absolutely beautiful. But I just found it funny how she genuinely thought there's no way she could come second to Kaz. Listen, because Love Island has multiple fans with people who in the comments talking about, why y'all always bringing up racism? Yeah, not everything is a race issue. I completely understand that, but it's giving colorism, and you'd be lying to yourself if you said otherwise. Anyways, that's not the topic of this video. So with that being said, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.